A very promising premise that sadly isn't executed as well as it could have been, but Grafted remains an enjoyable watch with some gooey body horror and biting, dark humour. Determined to continue the groundbreaking work of her recently deceased scientist father, Wei moves from her home in China to live with her aunt and cousin in New Zealand and enrolls as a medical student in a prestigious university. Clearly ambitious and astute, Wei keeps her head down and focuses on realizing her father's dream of perfecting skin grafting as a means to forever changing the lives of people suffering with physical deformities. But Wei also longs for something else: acceptance. Wei has a mark on her neck that she feels embarrassed by, and she believes that she is ugly. It doesn't help her confidence any when her older cousin Angela, more attractive, more confident, more free-spirited, and assured of herself, shuns her and along with her best friend Eve, essentially begins to bully her. Her life becomes even more complicated and tragic when her professor Paul, tasked with tutoring and being a positive role model to his students, uses Wei to gain knowledge of her life-changing work so he can steal it and claim it as his own. This displeases Wei, and one thing leads to another, and, well, it doesn't end well for her enemies. There's lots to enjoy about Sasha Rainbow's debut feature film. It's widely ambitious, and despite being blatantly inspired by other horror films like American Psycho, Audition, and Eyes Without a Face, it remains quite unique and grounded. It's kind of like Face Off with a sprinkle of Mean Girls thrown in too. There's a lot of pink in this movie, and as Wei begins to lose her shit, there's also a lot of red. The film is a little hindered by its budget, presumably, and there did seem to be some strange editing at times. Perhaps some scenes were cut, but overall it is a well-made film with some beautiful shots of vibrant colours, and the cast are fun to watch. It's a strong premise, but it fizzles out a bit towards the third act, and certain things that happen don't really make sense. You sort of just have to accept the silliness of it all. That being said, there's some gruesome scenes and one kill in particular that made my face contort with glee. I knew it was coming, but I still snorted as it was happening. Definitely worth the watch, just for Wei's handiwork.